And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Toby and Friends show. I am one of the friends, although I'm not allowed to say my name because we're contractually obligated to make sure no shine is taken away from Toby. As you can see, he works very hard, as he is right now. He is, of course, just stretching. It may look like he's sleeping. Of course, that's not what's happening. Our star is just prepping for the biggest show of his life, the Mother's Day special. He's a very, very proud son, so he wants to make sure he does a good job for you guys. So, if you are not familiar with the show, we are the sister show to the main Jason Hebert channel, where I interview the loved ones of missing persons and unsolved crimes in an effort to help spread awareness and bring justice. With that being said, make sure to check us out tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We do have a missing persons interview coming for you once again. This morning's show, however, is a bit of an extension to that nighttime program, but it works a bit differently. Instead of interviewing the subjects, we instead take a look at stories from a third-party perspective and give our own opinions of them, as well as communicating with you guys, the subscribers, through the chat in an effort to get to know you guys better. So today on the show, on the Toby program, we've got a couple of people in here. Welcome, guys. We got some stories on Mother's Day and mothers. I tried to stay as close to the Mother's Day theme as I could. Sometimes it's just a mother, not a Mother's Day, but close enough, right? It's pretty hard to find Mother's Day crimes. It looks like even criminals respect the mothers enough to not have a wealth of crimes against them on their assigned day, designated day. So, bravo to them. Even the cannibals who eat their mothers, they say, I'm not going to do that on Mother's Day. That would be rude. So good job to all the cannibals out there. So we only got a few stories, but they are of a much longer length than usual. So I think we'll be good. Let's give a few minutes because we got only a couple people in here. And these stories are listened to by a lot of people who kind of drive around and do yard work, take a shower and stuff like that. So sometimes the chats aren't super active. What is the, oh, I see. Okay. Sorry, just got a message. So let's just give a minute, see if anyone else comes in. You know what? Everyone's probably out with their mothers now that I think about it. That's a good thing to do today, right? But I figured there's got to be some people just hanging out. Maybe don't have kids and would like a little attention, since we have about, 90% female audience easily. Thanks to Toby, of course. Thanks to Toby in the true crime genre, but mostly Toby. So we'll get started in just a moment. And if you guys are just joining us, welcome, welcome. I won't go over the bait. You guys know how the whole channel works with everything, so we won't be pushing it. Actually, so a couple things. I had an issue yesterday, so the show just kind of cut out, so I apologize for that, but that is fixed. And on top of that, we've had a couple of shows that have really had like nobody in them lately, and a couple of people have messaged me and said, hey, just so you know, I'm not getting any notifications at all for your second channel. They said I would have been there. I'm pissed I missed it. I get people all the time messaging me saying that, so I don't know quite what's going on with the notifications. These shows don't have a ton of people anyways, but we, for a while we were sticking in the like 10 to 15 people range by people who really are super loyal and supportive to the show. But ever since this week, there's been a lot less. Sometimes we're only got like 4 or 5 people in there. Ever since that started, I'm getting those messages. So I don't know what the heck's going on with YouTube, but it seems to be one problem after another. So either way, we'll start to phase this puppy out and focus again on the nighttime interviews, which is the main goal anyways, right? That's what we're here to do. This is just kind of an extra show. So let's get started. This first article we have pulled up is The Scariest Murderous Moms. And it's put up by the Oxygen website, and it's kind of like what to watch on Mother's Day weekend. So it's an article, so I'll read that, but it's also kind of just to promote their channel for the most part. Ronnie says, hey, Jay, I'm here feeding my face. I wanted you to know I'm here. Hey, Ronnie. I figured whenever there's like 2 or 3 people and you guys are quiet, I'm like, one's definitely Ronnie. She's probably just, I know you've been like not feeling well and stuff, so I just assume that's what it is. But by all means, feed that face, baby. I'm used to it that you guys kind of listen to the show while doing other things, so don't feel bad if you're not participating in the chat. Plus, it's kind of tough since a lot of people don't, we need to have like a consistent 4 or 5 people so that, because even if we get a talkative person, if they don't have someone to talk with, it's like down the drain. But oh well, it is what it is, right? As long as the interviews stay nice and lively as they've been, I'm happy. But let's get started on this article. So there's no better time to marvel at all of the wonderful things about moms than Mother's Day, which arrives on Sunday, May 9th this year, today. The annual celebration evokes images of comforting hugs and warm slices of apple pie. But some moms are different. Instead of giving embraces, they hire hitmen. Instead of serving sweet treats, they lace drinks with poison. Storybook moms, not so much. And then they write oxygen moms, definitely. So they're taking oxygen wants you to know they take credit for the bad moms. They call them oxygen moms. I wouldn't take credit for that, but hey, more power to them if that's what makes them happy. Number 1, Kimberly Cargill. In small-town Texas, the discovery of a dead body led to a mom facing the death penalty. Kimberly Cargill was accused of slaying her son's mentally challenged babysitter. But why did she do it? Okay, you know what? I didn't realize this was as short as it is. These are literally just advertisements for their show. It doesn't even give me 1 second, guys. I thought it was more of an explanation in there, but it's just a question and then an advertisement of the show. Here we go. I got an idea. So we're going to pull up a list. I know how to find one. Here we go. We're going to pull up a couple links from our good old trusty Shammy. Hey, what's up, sweetie? We're going to put our trusty ranker, the site we used to use. Here we go. So list number 1 is moms murdered by their kids. Nice Mother's Day show. And number 2, the second list is all these serial killers had mom issues. So we'll, wait a minute. I deleted the first one. Give me a second. There we go. So moms murdered by their kids. And a couple mom lists. Shammy, if you're just joining us, we're doing anything to do with moms today. We're celebrating Mother's Day by talking about their murder. Hooray! But I was telling the other few people in here, Shammy, that it's surprisingly hard to find. Like, what did we do? The last holiday we pulled up. Oh, geez. Oh, Valentine's Day. You can look up like top crimes committed on Valentine's Day. But for Mother's Day, not much comes out, to believe it or not. If you look up something like that, what it does is it comes up with like statistics, like more people are robbed on Mother's Day, or, the top crime committed on Mother's Day is, suicide, or like whatever. It's not, stories like we're looking for. Hey, Ronnie and Shammy, go. We get a couple people to talk to each other and hang up. So these moms were murdered by their own kids. Nothing is quite as shocking to hear about as parents who are murdered by their children. What can make a person take the life of the person responsible for bringing them into this world? Making sure I didn't lose that. Sorry, guys. The following list contains cases of kids who murdered their mothers, and the reason behind the killings vary greatly, bringing to mind the case of the 15-year-old who plotted a matricide. Is that just the murdering of a mother, or what's a matricide? I know obviously it has to do with murdering of the mother, but does that specific word have some kind of special designation other than murdering the mother? We shall see. Okay. So, for some murderers' children, there does not seem to be any motive behind their crimes. Others were unhappy about minor slights, like not being able to keep a pet, and they reacted in the most violent of ways. Wow, not being able to keep a pet. Yeesh. Still others claimed that abuse had taken place in the home and that murder was their only way to escape. So that, ladies and gentlemen, might be the only thing that somewhat justifies it. Nothing really does, but, if there's like extreme abuse by someone and they, accidentally kill someone fighting back, then that's a little bit different of a story, of course. Of course, those cases are also so hard to fathom. Absolutely, Shammy. Absolutely. On average, 5 parents are killed by their children each week in the United States. Imagine that. Every week, 5 parents are killed by their children. Make sure you tell your parents that next time they yell at you. Did you hear the news? You better treat me with respect. There's a growing trend. Just kidding. Don't say that to your lovely parents. While the number of parents who kill their children nearly doubles that amount. Wait, what? Oh, wow. So 5 parents are killed by their children each week in the U.S., but 5 children are killed. Almost 10 children are killed by their parents each week. It's doubled. The parents are doing more murders than the kids. Who would have thought? I would have never thought that number. The statistics are alarming. Continue reading to learn more about these murders and the tragic stories of kids who've truly snapped. Am I the only one extremely surprised by that? That more parents kill their kids than kids kill their parents? I would have thought definitely the other way around. Call me crazy. Well, before we get started, guys, I didn't even go into it. Just real quick, I'm not going to repeat it over and over, but one thing we do on this channel is we do raise money for the main channel to help fund the interviews and things like that. Look, he wakes right up. You see him as soon as he heard this. Yeah, so if you guys donate, it gets Toby a treat. It's 1:45, so for the first 15 minutes till 2, we do the lightning round, gets him double treats. You guys know the deal. I'm not going to repeat it over and over again. So if you can, thank you. If not, we understand. But just make sure I say it at least once. Okay. So a man killed, number 1 story. A man killed his mother and carried her decapitated head into a grocery store where the violence continued. Let's see how the hell it could continue from there. Seems like it's pretty much over in my book, but apparently it continued. So this is the lovely gentleman. You're going to be able to tell just by his face that he's obviously a very normal man with no problems going on. Here we go. Nice looking fella. Looks like he's ready to say to you, you got taters? I'll take some taters. Does anybody know where that's from? Sling Blade. Great movie. Check it out. Billy Bob Thornton. Okay. During Mother's Day in May 2017, 36-year-old Joshua Lee Webb killed his mother, 59-year-old Tina Marie Webb, in their home in Colton, Oregon. He also killed the dog his parents had just gotten him. Moments after Webb killed his mother, he showed up at a small grocery store with his mom's decapitated head in one hand and a large kitchen knife in the other. Webb then proceeded to stab one of the store employees before being subdued by other employees, who tied him up with duct tape. The police were called to the store, and Webb was subsequently arrested. It is still unclear what Webb's motive was for the violent attack. Yeah, that's a weird group of people. Your mom and then the convenience store lady. You would think the be like kind of one or the other kind of thing. He really was just looking to kill any human being you could come across, huh? Jeez, Joshy Poo. I'm still feeling pretty rough, says Ronnie. I probably will until I have a surgery. That's true, yeah, and you're having trouble getting it, right? Sling Blade. Biscuits and mustard. Mm-hmm. Biscuits and mustard. Mm-hmm. Great movie. Webb has pleaded not guilty to the crimes of murder, attempted murder, first-degree abuse of a corpse, and first-degree aggravated animal abuse. His trial date is set for June 18th. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec, guys. Got a special treat for everyone. Ugh.
No.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. I'm going to be going out in a little while with my 2 children.
We're going to have some biscuits and gravy and fried taters.
Too bad they wouldn't take Toby. But have a great day, ladies.
Jimmy said hi. Yeah, we're gonna have some Thai food, which is called crazy noodles. If you've never had it, it's my favorite dish in the world. Yeah, it's taking a while to talk to the doctor. Sorry, Ronnie. Okay, so Webb's trial date is set for June 2018. Number 2, a teen shoots his mother for not allowing him to keep a puppy. Now, don't get me wrong. Makes me mad when I can't keep a puppy too. But shooting my mother, I will not, sir. I don't agree with you on that end of it. But I do understand the anger of not being able to keep a puppy. They're adorable. Ronnie said, hey, girl. I don't know if she can hear me. So here's Puppy Boy. I mean, we all love having puppies, but this kid really wants a puppy. Killed his mom over it. That's going to go over well with the boys in prison. In September of 2017, 19-year-old Andrew Wilson made a call to the police early one morning. Wilson explained that he had just arrived home and found his mother, 51-year-old Lisa Wilson, dead in their Williamston, Michigan home. Police arrived and discovered the mother had been shot once in the back of the head. The investigators quickly realized that no one had been in the home besides Wilson and his mother. Didn't take long before Wilson confessed that he was responsible for the death of his mom and that the reason behind the killing was because she wouldn't allow him to keep a puppy. Wilson had brought the dog home several weeks ago but had been informed that it could not stay. Later, as Lisa Wilson slept, her son shot her with a .22 Magnum rifle. Wilson then took a drive to a desolate area and got rid of the gun. Police were able to locate the firearm after Wilson's arrest. The boy murderer is being charged with 1 count of murder and felony firearm possession. His trial is still pending. I would say, you know what I would do if I was a judge? Anybody that killed their mother, I would charge them on Mother's Day. And I would charge them with death. That'd be my fun little way of celebrating it. Any mom killers, matricide people, whatever you call them. We charge them on the day, and then we kill them that day. They get charged and killed same day, Mother's Day, and we all celebrate. Hey, Deanna. Thank you. I don't know if you were just here a minute ago, but my mom came down to our level and said hello. I wished you guys all a happy Mother's Day, too. Thank you, Pookie. With love and best memories. So number tres, as they say south of the border. He killed his mother and then threw a party in the apartment. All right. Sounds like a slamming party. Let's all give it up for the best party host of the week, Kit Durant. In March 2012, 16-year-old Kit Durant strangled his mother and then stabbed her over 100 times with a butcher knife after the two got into an argument over him coming home late. 35-year-old Renette Emile was then covered in sheets and blankets and left in the North Miami, Florida apartment for over a week. During that time, Durant even had a party in his home, with partygoers wondering what that horrible smell was in the vicinity, despite Durant periodically sprinkling laundry detergent on the corpse. Okay, so this guy is obviously a member of Mensa. That would be my guess. Eventually, Emile's sister became suspicious after not being able to get a hold of Emile and discovered her body in the apartment, or the body. Durant pled guilty to the crime and was sentenced to 28 years in prison. If you ask me, should have been a little more than that. Call me crazy. Then again, I tend to, every time I see crime numbers, I always think it should have been more, but I don't know. You kill your mother, it should be the end of you, right? Kill your mom or your kids, you're doing life in jail. Happy Mother's Day to all you lovely ladies out there. To Deanna, to Ronnie, to little Pookie, Shammy, you know, all the rest of the 9 people who are here hanging out, who are being quiet, just hanging out, enjoying the view, aka the tan little number over there, that hot little number next to me. So number 4, a teen boy shoots his parents because they confiscated a video game. It doesn't really look like a teen. Looks like a late teens, I guess. But hey, Teresa, good morning. Happy Mother's Day, or good afternoon, I should say. I would have guessed this kid, he could have passed for like early Mother's Day. Oh my God, early 20s. I was reading Mother's Day as I said that. It's like a Freudian slip, or whatever you call them. So teen boy shoots his parents because they confiscated a video game. This dude looks like he could be a 28-year-old skinhead in prison. So he's got a head start. He'll get in good with the boys. In October 2007, 16-year-old Daniel Petrick had gotten into a dispute with his parents in their Wellington, Ohio home. Parents Mark and Susan Petrick were against Daniel playing violent video games. They told their son that if they found the games in the house, they would destroy them. The teen enjoyed playing games like Halo 3, though, and would usually just go to a friend's house to get away with a night of gaming. One evening, Daniel managed to sneak the game home, but his mother discovered him. She told her husband about it, and they confiscated it, locking it in the safe. A week later, Daniel got into the safe, taking his game along with his father's handgun. He then proceeded to shoot and kill his mother and shoot and injure his father. During the trial, Father Mark, who survived the attack, asked the judge to be lenient with his son. That's not what I would do. Petrick received a sentence of 23 years in prison for his crimes. The defense explained the small sentence was due to the teen's age and his addiction to the video game. You shouldn't get lenient. People shouldn't be lenient with you simply because you had an addiction to the game. I'm sorry. No. Not in the Toby Hebert court of law. That wouldn't happen. Let me tell you. We have our first donation of the day. Getting Toby double treats because we're doing a Mother's Day double treat extravaganza. It comes from Sabrina for $5. Thank you from Shammy. Thank you so much, Shammy. We'll go ahead and flash her on screen now because that's what we do when you donate. You get a shout out on screen. Here we go. Boom. $5 coming in from the lovely Shammy. Thank you so much, sweetie. And it gets Toby 2 treats because every donation gets Toby treats. Here we go. You know that sound, buddy? Say thank you to Shammy. Thank you, Shammy. Look at it. He always yawns when they reach for his hand. Isn't that an odd thing? 1. Come on with your big ears sticking up. Come on, big ears. 2. Good boy. Look at my boy. Look at him go. Look at him go. What's on your eye? Here we go. We got it. Yay, Toby. Toby is pumped. He's had a treat shortage lately, so he is happy as a pig in you-know-what over that one. Okay, but thank you to Shammy. So Petrick received 23 years, which is a pretty light sentence. But number 5, daughter kills her mom with a crossbow. Oh, boy. Give me a second, guys. I got to light this real quick. Give me 1 second. Can you imagine a crossbow to kill your mom? Jeez. Alrighty, so Shammy says, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't like video games being used as an excuse. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. I don't like that at all. Blame the kid, or the person, not the game, right? It's not the game's fault. Sure, it can influence them, but in the end, it's down to the person because millions upon millions of people play video games and they don't kill their mom. I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. Maybe it can trigger something, but playing a violent video game does not make you kill your mom. No way, no how. So daughter kills mom with a crossbow. In September of 2017, 51-year-old Lisa Marie Kaplan got into an argument with her mother, 71-year-old Sandra Marie Barnes. Kaplan went upstairs in the home the two shared together in Palmerton, Pennsylvania, and retrieved a crossbow. She then shot her mother in the back of the neck with the crossbow and put a blanket over her. I wonder if it went in sideways or front to back. Does it just go right through the spine? Wouldn't that nearly decapitate her? Oh my goodness, just trying to imagine it is kind of horrifying, guys. Sorry. She then shot her mother in the back of the neck. Later, Kaplan would text her boyfriend and inform him of the murder. So she's not the smartest. I don't know. I like when people say jokes like that, like she's not the smartest knife in the drawer. Get it? Because you're making yourself look dumb. But anyways, she doesn't look like Mensa is going to be calling anytime soon. Here she is. Shoots her mother in the back of the neck. Days went by, and the family eventually became concerned when they had not heard from Bart, so they called the police. Once police arrived, they found Barnes' corpse with the arrow still protruding from her body, double D body. Kaplan was arrested, and her trial is pending. Talk about a sicko. Crossbow. That almost decapitate your mom. How did your head stay on and get hit with a crossbow? Okay, we have another donation coming in from the lovely Deanna, who comes through with the $5 donation for the Topster. She's come through, no message, but I'm going to guess she did it saying something like, feed that Toby boy, feed that boy, baby. Deanna, we will. And we'll pretend that you said that, because it sounds cool. $5 coming in from Deanna. So Toby gives it his typical thank you wave, pumping it. He yawns again because he yawns every time I grab his hand for some reason. Not the sharpest crayon in the box, right, Kathy? That one, medicine cabinet, whatever that one is. Oops, forgot message. No, don't worry about it. So we got Uno from Deanna. Toby's loving it. I give him a 9.5 enjoyment on that one. Judged by how much he raises his head. In this one, we'll rate that. Ooh, that's about a 9. That's a 9. A 10 is when he goes all the way back while he chews. But he got like a 9 and 9.5. Truly enjoyed those treats. So thank you to Deanna. Toby says, thank you so much, ma'am. I was famished. And wait a minute. You son of a gun. Is this really happening? Are they doing this? Yeah, they are. Give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 sec. I just have to show her something. Mother's Day thing. But I'm going to mute the thing. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I believe we're on number 6 here today. And it is one teen brutally kills and dismembers his mom in a ritual-style murder. Well, these things sure have a lot of variety going for them, if nothing else. No one knows precisely what occurred the night 19-year-old Moses Meraz Espinoza decided to kill his mother, Amelia Espinoza. Neighbors have disclosed that the mother and son often fought, mostly about Meraz Espinoza staying out all night. What is known is that in February of 2011, the teen strangled his mother to death. Afterwards, he stabbed her and cut her body into pieces. An expert in rituals spoke at length during the trial, stating, in this case, the body was dismembered, filleted, eviscerated, decapitated, and desanguinated. I don't know what that means. Desanguinated. Desanguinated. Yeah. And the skin from the face, scalp, and head was removed in one piece. Wow, this is like a detailed killing here. Sickening. Probably the worst description I've ever read of a killing, because they really got into it in that one. The teeth, fingers, toes, and eyes were removed, and several internal organs were absent. This is really the very definition of a ritual killing. I'd say, what the hell are you going to do with all that? That is scary. Yikes. Anyways, I don't even know what to say about that. My man is a sicko. That's what I can say. I think it means blood drained. I bet. No, I bet you're right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to bet you're right. I'm going to do my Googles. What does desanguinated mean? Well, they have exsanguinated. Is that what it was? I thought it was desanguinated. Hang on, I'm going back up. What was the word? They wrote desanguinated. So I don't know what that means, but exsanguinated means to drain of blood. I'm guessing that's what they meant to write. The person probably just didn't know the word. How funny. Yeah, there is no word desanguinated. There is an exsanguinated. So you're correct. That's what they meant. D. Yep, Pookie's right. 100%. The Pookster comes through again. Pookster coming through with the knowledge, everybody. Pookster got the knowledge. So, weirdo. Number 6. A teen killed his mom and brother and blamed his father for the crime. There you go. Making it a real family issue, did Mr. Romali. In December 2016, 14-year-old Jacob Romali called 911 saying his dad killed his mom and little brother in their New Stanton, Pennsylvania home. Once the police arrived, Romali went into the house, retrieved the gun that killed his family members, and proceeded to walk down the street carrying the weapon. A neighbor was able to talk Romali into dropping the weapon and talking to police. The boy then confessed that he grabbed his father's gun, which was located on top of the refrigerator, and shot Mother Dana and little brother Caleb. Romali confessed that he would have shot his father as well if he were home. The teen's motives remain unknown. He will be tried as an adult for his actions. Let me see real quick, because they got a little bit of a video here. Let's try to play this, right? Why not? Bear with me. Why is this happening over here? I'm being confused by something else. Okay, so let's play. Let's see what the video says here. Here we go. Mr. Romali. Don't want copyrights. That's one thing we don't want. And go.
Obviously, it's a very, very difficult moment for the people in that community, for the father, the family surrounding them.
Tonight, shocking new details in the murders of a mother and her young son.
They were found shot to death in their beds yesterday morning. It wasn't long before police identified the alleged killer.
They say the suspect initially tried to pin the crime on someone else. Ross Gadati is following the story for us tonight.
State police say 14-year-old Jacob Romali murdered his 46-year-old mother and 8-year-old brother in a matter-of-fact cold manner, using a pistol he found on top of a refrigerator.
He walked into his mother's room and from a very short distance away fired one round into her forehead, subsequently killing her, and then walked into his brother's room and repeated the same act.
Dana Romali and her youngest Caleb died instantly. Investigators say the alleged teen killer called 911 and initially tried to blame the incident on his father, who was at work, and later told troopers
If his father was there, there was a high likelihood that his father would have also been a victim.
Romali at one point was walking down the street with the gun in his hand. That is until a neighbor convinced him to drop the weapon. State police arrived shortly afterwards, arresting Jacob Romali, who later admitted to the homicides. His reasoning?
The only real conclusion that we could draw from some of our investigation was that he just had a difference with his parents when it came to just maybe not getting along with them that well.
Jacob Romali remains under psychiatric care and evaluation. He will eventually be facing 2 counts of criminal homicide in the first degree. In Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Ross Gadati for CBS News.
And unfortunately, I bet that young man is going to get a little bit of a light sentence because he's young. I guarantee you someone gives him a break, which is sad. So thank you so far to Shami and Deanna, who have donated to support the channel. If you would like to do so, the link is in the description above or below the video, and it is right there in the chat. So thank you to anybody who decides to. And it does get Toby treats. It's a fun little thing on the side. Okay, so let's move on from Mr. Romali. Number 7, He killed his mom after arguing over grades. So we have a heck of a variety of reasons here. We got puppies, video games, grades. But Mr. Blansett wasn't doing too well in school. His parents weren't happy about it, so he had two options: do better in school and further his life, or kill his parents and ruin his life. He made the easy decision, number 2. In March 2016, 22-year-old Tyler Ryan Blansett, that's so weird, my cousin's name is Tyler Ryan, was at his parents' home in Mentone, Alabama while on spring break. The young adult went to school at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Blansett and his mother, 45-year-old Sherry Ann Blansett, were in the backyard discussing Blansett's grades, which turned into a heated argument. Blansett ended up beating his mother to death with a baseball bat. He pled guilty to the murder and was given a 25-year prison sentence. Does that not sound very low? I mean, not only did he kill his mother, but he beat her to death with a baseball bat? That's not life in prison. That's 25 years. He was 22 at the time. Let's say he was 15, 16, maybe even 17. You could do the whole underage thing, still a minor. But 22? To beat her with a bat, such a vicious personal way? What the heck's going on with this justice system here? I'm no expert, but I think I'm better than the people who decide these times. You got to put me in there. Put me and Toby up on those chairs. We'll fix this system real quick. Okay, hang on a second, guys. We got 4. We have 4 remaining on the list. 4 more little mini stories, shall we call them? But we're making good time. All right. Let's load this and see what the heck is going on. Okay. So, there's people doing life without parole for much less. It's definitely a flawed system. Yeah. People in jail for life over weed. And this guy beat his mom to death with a baseball bat. And in 15 years, he's going to have his little bag being like, bye, guys, going home. And they're going to be like, I sure wish I killed my mom instead of selling weed. I'd be getting out right now. This makes no sense. Number 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 7. Teen planned on killing herself, but kills mom instead. Why not, right? Yeah, I'm too good to die. I'll kill my mom. Here she is. Here's the lovely girl who decided instead of removing her vicious self from the world, she'd just remove her innocent mother. Rachel Hudson. Hudson with a T. In November 2013, 19-year-old Rachel Hudson made plans to kill herself in her family's Chesapeake, Virginia home. Now, to be fair, mental illness is nothing to laugh at or joke about. So she obviously was suffering from some form of it, I would imagine, having, been suicidal. However, it's hard to be remorseful to somebody who made that ultimate decision. I have a lot of sympathy for you. If you're thinking about hurting yourself, I lose that sympathy when you go hurt an innocent person, particularly your own mother. I'm sorry. By high school, my son had my signature. Oh, you guys talking about your son signing your signature for a report card. You're funny. So in November 2013, Virginia home, Hudson was continually arguing with her parents and felt like ending her life. When her father was out of the house shopping, Hudson began preparing for suicide. She wrote a note and loaded her gun, but then she started thinking about who would find her body. Hudson believed her 58-year-old mother, Susan Lee, would likely discover her corpse. The girl thought that would devastate her mother, as Lee was in poor health. Oh my God. Just knowing how this story ends, I'm just getting so confused reading this. It sounds like she's having a moment of clarity. Oh, my mom's in poor health. It's going to devastate her to find my body. Let's just kill her. What is going on? Let me read that again. Hudson believed her 58-year-old mother, Susan Lee, would likely discover her corpse. The girl thought that would devastate her mother, as she was in poor health after suffering multiple heart attacks and kidney failure. It was then that Hudson, in a moment of ultimate mercy, decided to kill her ailing mother and then herself. She went into her mother's room and shot her in the head, instantly killing her. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Instead of turning the gun on herself as planned, she called her father to talk. Oh, what a coincidence. She had no problem killing the mom. But once it became time to kill her, she figured, you know what? Maybe we can talk this out. Maybe we can talk this out. I don't know that I need to die. I've seen the light. What an ass. This got to be a fake story. I'm sorry. Like, not the story, but her story. Hudson's father, Donald, talked her out of killing herself while on the phone. She was subsequently arrested for the murder and sentenced to 18 years in prison. Stop giving kids such little time. Not kids, 19. She's an adult. I didn't mean kids like that. I meant like kids that kill their parents. They're their kids. What is going on? Guys, I'm going crazy over here. Is everyone else going crazy? Is everyone at their computers going, ah, yeah, Jay, yeah, ah? What is going on? 18 years, 20 years, people are doing so much time for so much less. Either up this time or reduce their time. Who's in charge of looking over this? Toby? Maybe Toby is in charge of handing the, look at at me when I say his name, is in charge of this, and he's too busy sleeping. He doesn't do the system right or something. Someone's sleeping that is in charge of handing out this time because they're not paying attention. She could have just left home at 19. Yeah, she sure could have. I'm going to kill myself. No, you know what? My poor mom is suffering. I'll kill her. Then I'll kill myself. Boom. No, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I can live. Geez, the Ma poor got the short end of the stick on that one. She wasn't even originally involved. And then she's the only one that ended up getting it. Yikes. I don't know. Number 8. A teen killed his mom after she discovered his homemade weapons. Christopher Dankovich. The Dank, as they call him. Maybe, I don't know. In April 2005, 15-year-old Christopher Danky Boy killed his mother in their Rochester Hills, Michigan home. 50-year-old Diane Michelle was stabbed 111 times. How do you even, think of the body. So if you stab someone once, you really can't stab them in that exact place again. So you stab again. You basically will run out of places where there's give. Do you know what I'm saying? It must just be a bubbly, cut up blob. How many places can you stab? Because you're not stabbing them in the foot, in the calf, right? You're probably staying up here. How can you have 111 stabs in the upper torso? It must just, I don't know. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. It must just look like pounded meat and you just bang it against it. It's just, ugh. Suffering wounds to her back, see, all upper body, back, chest, head, heart, face, and eyes. The mother and son have recently been arguing after Michelle went through the internet search history on Dankovich's computer. He had been looking at porn as well as searching for tips on making homemade weapons. Allegedly, Dankovich believed he was on a mission from God to protect children from abortionists and child pornographers. Okay, so either a little off his rocker or that was the defense, one or the other. One or the other. I like to be a part of some type of group that helps people wrongfully accused. Yeah, I was actually thinking about having a set of interviews for that. People wrongfully confused. Actually, I did do one. If you guys go back to the beginning of my interviews, I did interview someone who feels her boyfriend was wrongfully accused. But I don't know. I don't know if he was. I just let her say her piece. And I haven't heard anything yet. His name was Guy Hines. And her name was Jody. Can't think of their last name. But Jody was for Guy Hines. If you look it up, they say he killed his 8 or 9 family members. I think it was. It was a lot of people. It was a scary story. Check it out. Type in Jason Hebert, Guy Hines, Heinze, I believe. Although there was horrible technical issues on that one, if I remember. Thinking back, that was one of my worst tech issues. The sound was awful throughout the whole thing. It is what it is. So number 9. Man kills his mom and blames Satan for it. God looks like Satan. Really? Boom. If I had that as a kid, I would just be like, go do your own thing, honey. Dad, Dad's busy. I'd be scared of having him around. He looks crazy. That damn kid's going to kill me one day. And look, I would have been right. Oh, boy. So, 54-year-old Joseph Nerone stabbed his mother, 84-year-old Elaine Nerone, to death in March 2012. The woman was found in the Chicago, Illinois home she shared with her son. After police discovered the victim, they also found Joseph Nerone covered in blood. When the police questioned Joseph about his mother's death, he told them that Satan had possessed his body and killed his mother. In 2011, the killer was arrested for battery when he badly beat a neighbor. When arrested for that crime, Joseph claimed that he was God. He is currently being held in a psychiatric hospital. 666 stuff. We are at the very last story on our list, and we're at about 45 minutes, so we're making good time. So we're probably going to be finishing up with this story, guys. I want to wish us happy Mother's Day, and thanks for joining us. And I know you guys at Shammy and Pookie having a chat about report cards and kids and stuff, so I just want to give you a little notice, just so I don't cut you off in like 10 seconds and you guys can't say goodbye or whatever. I want to probably start winding down the conversation because we're just about to finish. So thank you to Shammy and Deanna for the $5 donation. And if anyone would like to, in the last minute here, as we finish up our story, the last 5 to 10 minutes, the link to do so is right there in the chat. So thank you to anybody who does. We'll give Toby double treats if any come in last minute. So number 10, teen kills mom and claims he was abused. This was a good list. Every single person had a different motive. That's what I mean by good list. It wasn't, where like it was 10 stories about, I don't know, kids wanting a puppy, like that one. Everyone was a different reason. That makes a good list, I have to say. It's a good job, too, who put this list together. Mr. or Mrs. Jessica M. Thomas. Good job. Okay. Teen kills mom, claims he was abused. Donna. Wait, that's the mom. Not the guy. What's his name? Hang on a second. Oh, Andrew Zaragoza. This is Andrew coming up. Boom. Right here. Has some lovely, elegant hair, but that's about it. Because what's under that hair, that brain ain't working normal. In July 2017, police were called to a Bel Air, Maryland home after they received a call about a man threatening suicide. Once the police arrived to the address, they discovered the dead body of 56-year-old Donna Zaragoza. She had been beaten with a ball-peen hammer and stabbed in the back and chest area. Upon searching the rest of the house, police found 16-year-old Andrew Zaragoza. The boy had a bloody kitchen knife in his bedroom. He had apparently attempted to kill himself by drinking bleach and cutting himself. Yikes. The police discovered a letter where the teen admits to killing his mother. Andrew allegedly also sent out a text message which included a photo of his dead mother, saying that his life was over. The teen's lawyer told reporters that his client had suffered a lifetime of physical, mental, and emotional abuse from his drug-addicted mother. The teen will be charged as an adult on numerous charges, including first and second degree murder. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is it. So everyone have a great day. Goodbye to everyone who's in the chat. At least everyone who talked. I don't know who else was in here. We had a few people hang out that weren't talking. But to Shammy, Pookie, Ronnie, who else do we got? Shammy, Pookie, Ronnie, Kathy, Teresa, Deanna, and am I missing one? I think that's everybody. If I missed one, I apologize. I just went through the list quick. And thank you to Shammy and Deanna, our donors for the day. I said Deanna, didn't I? If I didn't, thank you, Deanna. Thank you to Shammy and Deanna for donating. And if anyone else gives a Mother's Day donation through the day, we will credit it on the next show. So it won't go missed, and Toby will get his treat. Okay, guys. I love this. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Please enjoy it. And love your kids. Love your mamas. And have a good one. Say goodbye, Toby. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us. Join us tomorrow. I'll see you before that anyways with the show. But join us tomorrow on my other channel, my main channel, for an interview. Monday night, 9 p.m. We got a good one. Missing Persons interview. Don't miss it. All right. Take care, guys.